Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jackie O. Happy New Year everyone. I have no clue when I'm going to upload this video. It's probably going to be one of my next videos, but if I haven't already told you, I hope that you guys are having a fabulous 2015 so far. It has been brought to my attention that some of you ladies want to see, actually a lot of you ladies, I'm not really sure where the requests were coming from, but I've been hearing the idea of top eyeshadows for women of color. So of course I thought I had to do it. So I narrowed it down to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors. I tried to keep it catchy, like top 10, top 12. It didn't work out. I came up with 11, and I've divided them from neutrals and bolder colors. So I'm going to start with neutrals. It really just depends on what your style is, if you're just getting into makeup or if you want to kind of transition into bolder colors. This will dictate which shadows are more of your choice. And it's actually really funny because when I was putting together all of these shadows I wanted to use for this video, I've come to the conclusion that I actually use eyeshadow palettes a lot. Like, I had a really hard time putting together some of these single shadows because they're just not really something that I reach for a lot. So I've decided that I will be doing a top eyeshadow palettes as well because I'm a huge fan of palettes. I love being able to put them in my purse and go. So without further ado, let's start with neutrals. And of course, all of these colors are going to be, I would say, women of color preferred, women of color friendly. These are definitely things that cater to women with darker skin. So one of my favorite neutral colors every day, like you can even just wear the color on its own, is a neutral taupe. One of my favorites is actually from Makeup Geek and it's called Moon Dust. And it just definitely reminds me of like a satin taupe from MAC, which I also have. And they're both in the same color family. They're just kind of like a nice, like purpley gray wash of color. They look great in the daytime. You can add a little black liner at night and they look amazing. I definitely feel like you need like a neutral medium brown. One that I have a lot of Makeup Geek shadows in this video, by the way. One that I have here is Mocha. It's like the perfect medium tone brown. Great to work into those crease colors. You can even use it on the outer corners, but obviously the darker you are, the less of this color that you're going to see. It's going to look more of a skin tone color depending on how dark or how light you are. And another color that I really, really like, it's like a deep, warm reddish brown, is Embark. This is like every MAC girl's first eyeshadow, I feel, is Embark. Some people I know use it for brows. It's great to be worked into that crease whenever you really kind of want that dark, sultry color. By the way, I'm going to be giving you several alternatives for one eyeshadow color, so don't get confused thinking that this is like a 20. No. Like if I talk about matte blacks, I'm going to give you different options for matte blacks. I figured that would be the most helpful for different price ranges, and some people prefer different lines. So the next one is a matte black, and this is also from Makeup Geek. This is Corrupt. This is probably the darkest, most pigmented matte black eyeshadow that I own. Now be very careful, all of my makeup beginners, please be very careful with matte black. Definitely watch tutorials on where they're placed. There's plenty. I don't see myself doing a dedicated tutorial because I know someone's gonna ask how to use a black eyeshadow, because I use a black eyeshadow in tons of my tutorials. So you really have to kind of watch how you place them because, you know, it's matte black and they're so pigmented, but when used properly, they can just take all of your eyeshadows. Like you can just use them to darken all colors. It's like the basic like color theory, lightness and darkness, but we can get on that one offline on a different conversation. Next, I think every girl needs another flesh tone crease color. One that I really like using, and this is probably one of the first eyeshadows I owned, was Saddle from MAC. This is the perfect crease color. It's flesh tone, it's neutral on days where I'm feeling lazy. This is the color that you can just put all over the eyelid and just go. You can even put eyeliner and bounce. Another good, like a comparable version of that one is also from Makeup Geek. This is Coco Bear. Now Coco Bear is a little bit more of a warmish orangey brown, but it's kind of like that same idea. It can be used on the lid. It's the perfect neutral transition color. And then lastly, on the neutrals, every brown girl needs a nice gold eyeshadow. This one I have is from Inglot. It is number 405. This is like the perfect everyday, perfect medium gold. It's not too, because you know how some golds are too yellow? That can be a bit much, but this one is definitely everyday appropriate. Another gold that I really liked wearing for a couple years, but I don't own it anymore, is Woodwinked from MAC. That is a beautiful gold. Okay, so that pretty much sums up what I have for neutrals. Now, of course, there's many different variations of other neutrals that I would have loved to talk about today, but I wanted to keep it very basic. I think 5 is a good start. If you were to go into a store, if you were to go on the Makeup Geek website and put together a cart of a starter shadow kit, I think that this would be a great start. So those are your neutrals. Now, for some of the daring girls like myself, and it's funny because I don't even wear colored eyeshadow as much as I used to when I first started on YouTube, but I figured, when in Rome, honey. Since today's video is going to be talking about eyeshadow, might as well do it up. So let's talk about the bold colors. First and foremost, this one I'm going to talk about first because it is the most flattering on us, I believe. Well, this one takes a tie with another color I'm going to talk about later. But every girl needs a purple eyeshadow, and I mean like either it's high shine or, well, preferably a high shine color. Like this one from Colourpop. This is their Super Shock Shadow, and the color is Dare. This color is so freaking gorgeous. It's like moussey, it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, which makes it a little bit more shinier, and it just looks so good on dark skin. It doesn't at all look over the top, or sometimes people see color and they think drag. Not that there's anything wrong with drag, but it just looks amazing on dark skin, dark eyes. Do it, girl. One color I used to be like, I used to wear this color with all my purples back in the day when I used to wear more color, and this one is Stars and Rockets eyeshadow from MAC. This, all you have to do with this color is put a black base on your eyeshadow, on your eyes, like a black bean from NYX, you know, those NYX jumbo pencil, the black bean. Put that all over your eye, blend it out with your finger, sweep this all over, and you have the sexiest Super Shock, like electric purple eye. It looks amazing. It almost kind of gives you like an 80s feel, but not at all in a sleazy way. Another color I feel every chocolate girl should have is a nice burgundy color, and a shimmery burgundy color. These are really, really beautiful at night. They might be a little dark for some ladies during the day, but they are really pretty. One that I wanted to show you guys was Drift. This is also from Colourpop. I like these shadows because you can apply them with your finger. They're $5. $5, okay? I never thought that I would be that girl that would just wear a single eyeshadow, but when done properly, and if it's the right color, like that neutral taupe I was talking about earlier, and this color is definitely one of those that can be worn on its own. Another color that I wanted to talk about is Burlesque. This one is from Makeup Geek, and it's same idea. It's just like a burgundy. It's shimmery. It's so pretty. Wear it on the lid, put a little bit of black on the outer corners, and it's like the perfect nighttime smoky eye without being too overpowering. And I also wanted to talk about a matte black. I know this is like a Makeup Geek haul. I promise you it's not. It's just their shadows are so inexpensive, and I have so many of them. And this is a matte burgundy color. So this is going to be great in those crease areas. Sketch from MAC is also a really, really nice matte burgundy that I used for a long time. Every brown girl needs a deep sea green eyeshadow color, kind of like what I'm wearing now, except in the middle it's more teal. But if you really want to start getting into colors, that is going to be like your honey color, okay? This one I have is from Fashion Fair. It's called Jade Onyx. I like this color because if you are not really like, if you're kind of tiptoeing into color, if you're not really like in the color like that yet, I like Fashion Fair eyeshadows because the color payoff is nice, but it's not too intimidatingly like boom. Another color that I would highly, highly recommend that's in that same color family is Envy. This is from Makeup Geek, and this is actually the shadow that I have on now. So this darker color that you see on the outer corner is more of that. I put another color on top, and I'll tell you what it is in a second. Deep sea greens just look beautiful at night. It's a great evening color. If you really, really want to step it up and get bold and bright with deep sea greens and teals, you definitely need a teal turquoise color. Another one from Colourpop is Ibiza, and this is what I have on the center of my lid after I put on that Envy from Makeup Geek. So I use this one first. Another color that I have in that same color family is from Milani, and it's called Bella Teal. This is one of their Bella eyeshadows. Anytime I'm talking about a Milani eyeshadow, it's this one. I don't have anything else but the Bella Eyes collection. I have all of them, and they're gorgeous. They're super, super pigmented, highly impressed for a drugstore brand. Mermaid from Makeup Geek is actually another really beautiful color. I would compare this to like a Steamy from MAC. This was one of my favorite color combos when I first started doing makeup. I wore this color scheme a lot. I definitely think every brown girl needs an olive green eyeshadow. Olive green, just especially if you have kind of like golden undertones, it is the most beautiful color when it's done right, when it's on your clothes, when it's on your face. I think it's one of the sexiest colors on dark skin. The one that I have here is called Hammered, also from Colourpop Cosmetics, and I just can't get enough of these shadows. I know most of this video has been from them. Actually, for like every color, I have a Colourpop shadow. Apologies in advance. My next one that I wanted to talk about is from Milani. This one is a little bit more of a, I can never open these. This one is a little bit of a darker green. This is Bella Emerald. This is actually more of an emerald. It's not really an olive, but kind of the same idea. I mean, olive is a little bit more lime. Emerald is kind of like a shimmery forest green. And probably the most important of all the shadows that I've talked about today is a bright, bold blue. Don't think of the 80s. Don't think of the 70s when you think of bright, bold blue. We can have this one. Let's just take this one home, okay? Because give it up for blue eyeshadow on black skin. I'm just saying, it looks so good and it just looks so bold. There's just something about the contrast up against dark skin. It looks so pretty and it just looks so undraggy on us. Like you would think it'd be the opposite, right? But no, it's such a pretty color. One that I have here, this is gonna be, for those of you guys that are skeptics of this theory, you're gonna want this color. This one is from 426. Now, or I'm sorry, this one is Inglot number 426. Now it is kind of like a royal blue, but it's a little bit darker. So I feel like this color is going to be something that's a little bit easier to transition to. It's not as bold and as bright as something like a Too Shy from Colourpop. Now this color is bold, okay? And when it comes to royal blue, I actually have a lot of I have one more. This one is from Sugarpill. It's from my palette. Now these shadows are sold separately, so ignore the fact that this is in a palette, but this is After Party. This is probably one of the blues that I used a lot early on in my makeup career when I got started and just when I first started doing the whole video stuff. That palette in general, those blues, like Sugarpill just takes home the award for best royal blue shadows and pigments, hands down, of everything. The darker the blue, the more subtle it's going to be. Okay, so the lighter the blue, the brighter it's going to be, more loud, more flashy. So honestly, it really just depends on one, your personality, two, how you want, what look you're going for, and three, like how bold you're willing to go, I guess. So those are pretty much all of the eyeshadows that I came up with. I hope that you guys found this little guideline helpful. Please be on the lookout for a top palettes for chocolate girls, because I'm definitely going to be doing that video in the near future. Like, I've already put them aside for this video. If I haven't, please let me know what other top 10 type of videos you would like to see. I would love to cover them and make them, streamline them as best as I can for you guys, and hopefully you find them helpful. Okay, I've rambled enough. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.